Hi guys, welcome again to my channel. This is Forex with Law. In this video, I'll be talking about the FOMC and federal interest rates and also the non-farm payroll that we had this week. Okay, so at the start of this week, I decided I was only going to trade on Wednesday and on Friday, and this is because of the FOMC on Wednesday and the NFP on Friday. I chose to trade on these 2 days this week because most times during big news like this, the rest of the days of the week always we always have a slow price action, and price will kind of stall because of these big news that are coming in the market later on. So because of this, I just decided I was going to trade just on Wednesday and on Friday. Okay, but at the end of the day, I didn't end up taking trades because my requirements were not met, even though my bias was correct, though I couldn't get an entry. Okay, so let's dive into, let's just do the breakdown. So, as you can see, starting from the 4 hours time frame on GBPUSD, we'll see that GBPUSD is starting to fall. Okay, we've had we've had price go from these lows up to this high right here, and now we can start to see some corrections being starting to happen. Okay, so let's just go down now to, and as you can see, we are reacting now from a supply zone right here that caused a break of structure around there and also caused the break of structure from around there. And if you look closely, you will see that when price pushed all the way up to this area right here, price left behind this huge imbalance right here. And as you know, imbalances will at the end of the day be filled up. Okay, price will later come back and fill up those zones. So I've actually been expecting sales on GBPUSD for a long time now because of this big massive imbalance right here. Okay, so now, but we will not just get into sales. Of course, we have to, for proper entries and do our proper risk management. Okay, so in fact, this last week I really did not like the price action on GBPUSD because price has really not been getting to my point of interest as expected. Okay, so as you can see from right here, this was the start of this. Okay, this was the start of the Wednesday that I wanted to trade. Okay, and that was FOMC and the federal interest rate. So as you can see, if you do a quick breakdown, you see that price is reacting from this supply zone from right here. Price took out the Asian range high right here, broke structure right here, came back from mitigation at this level and sold all the way down. Okay, so but I wasn't trading all of these times. Okay, so as you can see right here again, also you can see price came back up to mitigate this supply zone as well right here. But this is a sell that I wouldn't have taken even if I was on the chart, because of course, as we all know, for people that follow my channel, you know, I always try to wait for price to take out Asian range high and my Asian range low. And in this situation, we have the Asian range high right here and price coming close to it and not taking this high out. I will definitely not take a sell. I will probably wait for a confirmation. And as you can see, as price tapped this zone, it went all the way down. Okay, so I wasn't in all of this trade. These sales right there. So coming now to FOMC day, this is the FOMC day right here. So that was on Wednesday, okay, 1st of February. Let me cut the chart right here. So as you can see, we had the Asian range low being taken out right here. Let me move to the 15 minutes time frame now. We had the Asian range low being taken out, and let's see what price did. So market was okay. I think that's fast. That's fast. Okay. So for the For the FOMC day, federal interest rates, I was actually looking for a buy trade on FOMC day. I was looking for a buy trade. And why was I looking for a buy trade? I was looking for a buy trade because right here. Based on the technical analysis, we can see that we have this set of equal highs right here. As you can see, we have this set of equal highs. We have this kind of trend line liquidity as well. And then we have this supply zone right here. Okay, that wasn't properly mitigated. Okay, so with this, I was looking at a buy trade for FOMC. But as you all know, for FOMC, we always have two major moves during FOMC. One move during the news release, then later on a correction. So, but when the news was released, you can see for maybe 10 minutes thereabouts, there was no definite movement. Price kept on going up and going down and going up and going down, and I wasn't really happy with price action. So but I was still looking at the charts for to look for entry opportunity. Okay, so I was like, if I was going to take any buy because of this liquidity that is still resting right here, and this liquidity right here that's still right here. So if I was going to take any trade, I'll be waiting for this high now to be taken out. This was the high that was created at the release of the FOMC news and the federal interest rate news. So I had my alert set right here. I also had alert set at this low as well. So I was monitoring this the chart, and later on we had a break of structure above that high. My alerts went off. See right there. So as you can see, we got the break of structure right here. So with this in mind, I was then looking to take a buy from this demand zone. Okay, now that we've broken structure, I was looking for a buy trade from right here. I had my alert set at this point, but I didn't get into the trade. Why? Because the price action that we had for the past maybe 10 minutes. Let me check quickly. This was during the news. Yes, almost 10 minutes. Price has not, unlike the previous FOMC. Previous FOMC will move in a direction at once, then later on give a confirmation entry for the next side of the news. Okay, but this time around we did not have a definite direction. So I was just looking at the chart, and price actually came into this point of interest. My alert went off, and I was just monitoring the chart. Let me increase the speed. So as you can see, price came into my point of interest and it was moving away, and before you know it, this zone was broken. Okay, you can see right there. I was really happy that I did not get into this trade, because if I had done that, I would have lost at least 1% of my account thereabouts on this day. So I was really happy I didn't get into the trade, because of course the price action was totally not what I was expecting. Then because we are still at the start of the year, I did not exactly trust the movement of these news releases yet. Okay, so but when this was broken, I was still on the chart. I was looking at what was happening, and later on, when I saw that price started moving again, we broke above this high. I was then looking, oh, I can probably take a buy trade now. Okay, so I saw this demand level right here with imbalance, and I was like, price was at this area. So I was looking at, okay, if we can break above this high and come back into the zone, I will definitely long this trade. Okay, because now with this momentum that we have with this candle right here, this is a huge momentum right here. So I was like, the buyers are now in the market, and now we've cleared out all of these lows. Okay, we've cleared out early buyers. So as you can see, price never returned back, and I ended up missing out of this buy trade. And as you can see, just as speculated, price came into my take profits zone and even went far above the take profit level. So it's really a good trade with high volatility, but I missed out on that. Okay, so moving on to, that was on Wednesday. So now moving on to Friday. I didn't trade on Thursday too, because of course my aim was Wednesday and Friday. That was my target. And so now moving on to Friday now. Let me take this back. Okay, so this was Friday right here. And just as you can see right here, on Thursday, this was Wednesday, on Thursday, we would have expected that price will come and tap into this zone right here, right? Because this was imbalance being left behind right here. We have imbalance right here, and we have this unmitigated supply zone. So also we have this Asian range high that is yet to be taken out. Okay, so for those that traded on Thursday, if you were able to catch this sell, good luck to you, because I didn't trade, and even if I was on my chart, I wouldn't have taken this sell, because of course I'll be looking for price to clear out the Asian range high and tap into this zone before I start looking for sell trade. Okay, so but that didn't happen as well, as you can see. But if you move down to a lower time frame, you will see that, and if I had taken a sell, actually this would have been my target for a take profit, this zone. If price had come into this zone, I would have taken profit here. But as you can see, even price just went down into this level, filled up all of this imbalance, mitigated this demand zone. And on Thursday, I think we had the Bank of England interest rates. This was the cause of this spike. And moving to the 15 minutes time frame on this trade, you can see that price came back to mitigate this candle right here with little imbalance. You can see price came, mitigated the zone, and price went all the way down. But I completely missed out on all of this setup. Okay, so on Friday, NFP on Friday, we had a good opportunity. If you move to the 1 hour time frame now, you see that price came into this demand level right here. Okay, just before the news, price came into, let me cut this out. Price came into this demand level during the this is the Asian session. Price came, moved into that zone, took out the Asian range high. Yeah, as you can see right there, price took out this Asian range high on Friday. I think it came down later to take out the Asian range low as well. Yeah, right there. And as you can see, just after that, so now since we're inside this demand level now, and looking up, you see that when price was going all the way down here to this demand level, we left behind some zones that were not properly mitigated, as you can see right there. So for London session on Friday, this was a good opportunity to look for buys. Asian range high taking, Asian range low taking. All you had to do was wait for a confirmation entry inside this zone. Let me move to the 1 minute time frame now. So as you can see, if we were to look for buy trades, we had this high, just like we had this high right here that gave us this low. So we add this high as well, created this low. Okay, so we now have a new low right here. Okay, this is our last low, and for us to take a buy trade on this particular trade, at least we should wait for this low to take out this previous high, at least on this 1 minute time frame, or on the 2 minutes or 3 or 5 minute time frame. Okay, so but as you can see, price didn't break above this high at this particular level yet. So if you were to be looking for buy trades, you would have waited for this high to be taken out, but let's see if we have that. So price is still moving, and so as you can see, now we have a break of structure. Okay, so this break of structure, with this break of structure, now we are sure that, okay, looks like price, the buyers are in the market, price needs to pull up, and just by looking at this, we can decide to have our buy entry right here with our stop loss to be saved right here. Because looking at this side, you will see that we have little imbalance left here from this zone right here. We have little imbalance, and price can decide to actually fill this imbalance up. So in this situation, I would love for price to come back into this zone. Okay, and as you can see, this zone is not so clear, so we can move to another time frame and see where we can actually have our entry. I think I prefer these 5 minutes points of interest now. Okay, so you can see that this low gave us this push to the upside, so this ought to be a good buy trade opportunity on Friday, just before NFP during the London session. And for take profit will be at this 15 minutes. You can see right here this particular point of interest. This would have been just fine for um the London session trade, which is about 1 to 6 RR, about 90 pips. Okay, you can even argue that we still have another point of interest just above right here. Okay, but for us to be in and out of our trade fast, I would prefer to take profit at this zone, especially because we'll be having the NFP later on. Okay, so let me go back now to the 5 minutes time frame. So at this point, you would have been expecting that price should be back into this level, but price just skyrocketed and did not come back into this level. So this was a missed trade as well, as you can see. And in fact, price never even got to the take profit level. It didn't get to the take profit level. Okay, so this to me is another missed opportunity. Okay, so now, well, at least NFP is coming now, and for me also, I checked on the statistics like I always do. I'll check the forecast, what I'm expecting, and the previous figures, and the forecast, the previous figure just before the NFP, and my bias was for a strong USD, but just few minutes to the NFP, price is yet to get to my point of interest. This is my point of interest. This was where I want to sell from, and price didn't get up to this zone. But I then noticed that price gave a confirmation entry right at this zone right here. Let me play that. See, as you can see right there, just few minutes before NFP, we had this low that gave us this high, we had this low, then we failed to break above this high. Okay, so but later on you can see price broke below this last low just before NFP, giving us a confirmation entry for a sell trade. Then we have this level of supply right here. So I didn't take this sell because this wasn't my plan. My plan was to sell from this M15 point of interest. This was my sell zone for NFP. Okay. So, and because we are still like in the start of the year, I did not really trust NFP. because last year NFP was really terrible, that the volatility was so low that CPI took over NFP last year. We had more of volatility on CPI than NFP. NFP before used to be very volatile. So because of this reason, I did not take this sell, because I wasn't sure how the intensity of the NFP might be, because my last year, the last 2 quarters of last year, NFP was really terrible. We had buys, sales, price action was really terrible during NFP. So I didn't really trust this. If this was a CPI day, trust me, I would have gotten into myself, regardless of the fact that this was not properly investigated, because I still kind of have a trust in CPI for a definite movement to one particular side, be it a bullish movement or a bearish movement. The intensity is quite high, and the volatility. So as you can see right there, this was the confirmation entry for NFP. If I had taken this trade, if it was a CPI trade and I decided to get into this trade, my stop loss would have been at this high, because of course we always have increase in spread during news releases. So you always want to give yourself some room. And in fact, if we add probably if we still have some candles to the upside, trust me, I might even still extend my stop loss, just because of the spread during news releases. Okay, so you want to give your trades room to breathe during news releases. Okay, but I didn't also get into this sell trade, because I was not so sure of the whole. Like, to me, it makes no sense for price to be reacting off from this zone. Okay, if you look to the left, if we will argue that price mitigated this zone, you see that if I put this to the right, price still didn't get into the supply zone. Okay, price still didn't get. So why is price reacting off from just any zone? It didn't make sense to me at all. So I just watched the trade go all the way down. And if I was to set take profit, my take profit for this NFP would have been at this level. But most time during news, I do not set take profits. I just allow price to run, and probably when we start having retracements, I can just exit my trades manually. I will necessarily not set take profit during news, because sometimes volatility is high and we can have massive push to the downside or to the upside. So as you can see, the volatility was intense, and I was really happy to see this, because this is showing to me that NFP is back bigger and better, just like the previous years in the past. So it was really a nice push to the downside. I missed out, and that was how I didn't take any trade for this week. Am I happy? Maybe I can say I'm happy, because at least I didn't have any loss. It was just missed opportunities. Okay, so that's just it about my week, about NFP, about FOMC. So next week I'll be trading fully back as from Monday, and I am looking forward to CPI. That's my best news to trade, actually. Looking forward to CPI, and I hope you guys had a nice week in the markets. Share with me in the comment section if you were able to capitalize on all this news that we had during the course of the week. And if there's any question, you can leave them also in the comment section. I'll reply to all of them. Thank you very much for watching till the end. Till another time.